This man is imagining, he is imagining what it would be like if he could fly. If he had the ability to fly in the sky, what would it be like? He's thinking, if I could fly, I would fly around the whole world. I would fly to Japan, and then I would fly to Spain, and then maybe after that I would fly to New York if I had the ability to fly. If I had the ability to fly, I would make friends with the birds in the sky. I would fly through the clouds if I had the ability to fly. This is a homeless man, and he is living on the streets. And maybe he is thinking, well, if I had more money, I would buy some food, I would go to the supermarket, I would buy lots of food. Maybe if I had more money, I would buy an apartment to stay in, to rent. I would travel. I would buy nicer clothes if I had some more money. He is probably thinking many things like that. Maybe he is thinking, if I had more money, I would buy a nice pair of shoes. I would buy some clean clothes. I would buy some nice socks. Maybe he is thinking all of those things. These are good students. These students pay attention in their class. They are good students. But maybe if they didn't have such a good teacher, they wouldn't be good students. Maybe if they didn't have such a good teacher, they would be naughty students. Perhaps they would not focus on the class if their teacher was boring, right? If their teacher was boring, they probably would not focus on the class, and they would not learn very much if their teacher was boring. If their teacher was boring, maybe they would not study and they would not become intelligent adults in the future. This woman here, she cannot go to the party, unfortunately. She cannot go to the party because she has to work. She has to work. So she will call her friends and they will say, hey, where are you? The party's happening. And she will say, I'm so sorry. I can't come to the party this evening. I have to work. If I didn't have to work, I would definitely come. I would definitely come right now if I didn't have to work. And, if I had an easier job, maybe I would not have to work late and I could come to the party. But unfortunately, I have a difficult job. Maybe if my boss was not such a horrible guy, if my boss was a nice guy, maybe he would let me go to the party and maybe I could come to the party, but I can't because my boss is not very nice and he is making me stay. Maybe that is what she would say on the phone in this situation. This man is a bit of a strange man. He is imagining, what would it be like if I were a dog? If I were a dog, what would it be like? How would it be to be a dog? He's thinking, if I were a dog, I would sleep all day. If I was a dog, I would not have to go to work. And I could sleep all day. I could just stay at home and I could just eat and sleep and run around in the park. And maybe if I was a dog, I would meet other dogs on the street. And there are many things that you could do if you were a dog. If I was a dog, I would bark all day. I would bark row, row, row all day if I was a dog. There's many things you could do if you were a dog, right? Strange guy. This is a strange man thinking about these things. This is Steve. As you can see, Steve is a little bit fat. He's a little bit overweight. Steve is overweight. Okay, fine. Maybe if Steve ate different foods, he would not be overweight. Maybe if he did not go to McDonald's every single day, maybe then he would be a bit more thin. He would be thinner. He would probably be thinner if he did not eat at McDonald's every day. You know, if he cooked at home, if he cooked for himself, maybe if he cooked his own food, if he cooked healthy food at home, maybe then he would not be so overweight. You know, maybe if he went to the gym, maybe if he went for a run outside, if he did exercise, maybe then he would not be so overweight, perhaps. This is John. John is in good shape here. You can see John is in good shape. He has lots of muscles. But you know, if John didn't go to the gym 5 times a week, he would not be in such good shape. You know, if John ate McDonald's every single day, he would not be so fit. He would not be in such good shape if he ate McDonald's every day. Maybe if John did not go to the gym 5 times a week, maybe he would have more time to do other things. Maybe he could take up a different hobby, or maybe he could study and become smarter. But because John goes to the gym 5 times a week, maybe he does not have time for other things in his life. This woman here, she feels quite lonely. She feels lonely a lot of the time, this woman. But maybe, you know, maybe if she went out more often, she would not be so lonely. Maybe if she went to events, or if she joined a sports club, or maybe if she joined a language club, she would not be so lonely in that case. Yeah, maybe she would not be this lonely if she made an effort to go out, to meet people, to go to a language club, to learn English maybe, to go to a sports club and these kinds of things. Maybe she would not be so lonely if she did these things. This is the England football team. They are quite good, but you know, they are not the best. They are not the best team. Actually, they lost to Spain in the Euro 2024 final. But maybe if they worked harder, perhaps if they worked harder, they could win the next competition. Maybe if they played as a team a little bit more, you know, they could win the next competition. If they stopped playing as individuals and they started playing as a team, maybe then they would win the next competition. They might win, you know. If they changed their manager, they might win the next competition if they changed it. Because their manager is not very good. But if they changed managers, maybe they could win the next competition. And finally, my videos. Guys, if you did not watch my videos, your English would not improve as quickly. If you watched other videos instead, maybe you would waste time instead of learning your English. You know, you would regret it if you did not watch my videos. So you should subscribe if you are watching. Like and subscribe the video and leave a comment underneath using the second conditional below. Thank you for watching the video. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.